Hello everybody, this is Battlewolf here, welcome back. So, where we last left off, we saved the Masada from the Last of Pirates, and we got a call from Starfleet telling us to go check out Arc-7 because they were under attack by Romulans, and after arriving we got attacked, defeated them, but now as we got to the Arc-7 we noticed there's a parked Klingon, Romulan warbird, and there are 10 Romulans on board. Now we could try hailing them again. Let's see if there's more response than just the beacon.
Hailing frequencies open.
Oh wait, that's right, I already talked to him.
Disarming weapons.
Okay, so let's see if Spock says anything more.
Captain, sensors indicate a breathable...
No. Okay, that's all he did. Alright, well, I guess we can start the beam down.
Captain's log.
So that's...
Captain, the shields are up.
Oh yeah, that's...
Lowering shields, Captain.
Sorry, I'm a little scatterbrained this morning, so... Okay.
Spock, come with me. Mr. Scott, you have the con.
Alright, well... let's first look at everything.
A Romulan bird of prey hovers menacingly on the view screen. You are on the bridge of the Arc-7. This computer terminal is linked into the station's main computer. It is currently running an open file of log programs. This computer terminal is linked into the... This
Okay.
computer terminal...
I'm not gonna all say the same thing.
This is a heavily secured door leading to another section of the station. Its access code has been breached. This is a standard door leading to another room on this deck. You look but see nothing of note.
Alright, let's...
James Kirk watches the Romulan ship with concern. McCoy is fidgeting around. Spock is analyzing the surroundings. Lieutenant Ferris watches the exits carefully.
He's one of the more competent security guards.
Strange that the bridge is empty. Stay sharp, everyone. The station's computer system might give us some answers.
Nothing unusual here, Captain, though the station's computer may be able to tell us something.
Nice view of the Romulan ship. How comforting.
This is a very dangerous situation, sir. We should proceed with caution.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and...
Nothing unusual is detected. The main computer banks of the Arc-7. It looks like someone has recently been rummaging through the main databanks. Nothing to report, Captain.
Alright, let's do Spock on the computer.
Dr. Marcus log. Supplemental. Continued testing of the Ouroboros virus confirms its potential harmful effects on Romulan Vulcan humanoids. As soon as the spill has been cleaned up, we will sterilize both labs and purge the circulation system to make sure no traces of the virus will remain viable. Then all research files must be erased. We must leave no chance that this terrible accident will ever be repeated.
Doctor, you may be interested in the medical data file appended to the log.
Alright, Coy, check that out.
Now that's interesting. There's more here. All of Dr. Marcus' research data on the Ouroboros virus. Let me see. Virus growth patterns. Pneumococcal mimic affecting Romulo-Vulcan genotype. Alveoli involvement in... Boy, Jim, this bug works fast.
Is this really the time to catch up on your reading, Doctor?
Now listen here, you pointy-eared...
Gentlemen, I think we have more pressing problems.
Jim, there is an appended medical database online. Also, it would be useful for me to experiment on how the virus grows in the presence of different gases. I'm sure the station has the necessary equipment.
Let's have a quick scan the air.
Except for the Ouroboros virus, I'm not picking up anything unusual.
And Spock.
The virus affects the Romulan Vulcan genotype, Jim.
So Spock is infected.
All life signs are normal. All life signs are normal. All life signs are normal.
It's just normal, a little weird. Okay. Just tell the ship, see if they say anything.
Kirk to Enterprise. Kirk to Enterprise.
Nothing to report, Captain.
Kirk out.
That's one thing I've been forgetting to do once in a while, is just call it the Enterprise. There's a few missions where you can't do that, and there's a few where you can. Okay, let's see here. Let's go ahead and use McCoy back on this again.
Please select subject file. Ouroboros virus. Ouroboros virus. Atypical growth patterns for L-type virus. Opportunistic pneumococcal mimic affecting Romulo-Vulcan genotype. Etiology: contact or airborne vector with alveoli microcollapse. Involvement immediately upon exposure.
Man.
Tissue dehydration follows pneumal flooding. Mortality: 0.6 in 1.0 stardates. 1.0 within 2.0 stardates treatment, none. Named for the mythic world snake that swallows its own tail. Please select subject file. Ouroboros TLTDH gas. TLTDH gas. The chemical compound. Tantalum, bilithium, phthalo, dihydroxide. Colorless, odorless, non-flammable, gaseous at 1 atm, and temperatures within a human norm. Early anesthetic among Vulcans and Romulans, in whom it produces laughter, feelings of exhilaration, euphoria, sometimes leading to unconsciousness. In post-industrial pre-spaceflight era, a social problem evolved when crude TLTDH became popular to cook up from non-conductive tantolithial compounds commonly used as electrical insulation.
Okay.
Please select subject file.
So I'm going to keep on trying to make sure I get the scrolling done so people like to read alongside what people say.
Ouroboros TL nitrous oxide. Nitrous oxide. A colorless non-flammable compound. N2O. Gaseous at 1 atm and temperatures within the human norm. Early anesthetic among humans, in whom it produces laughter, feelings of exhilaration, euphoria, sometimes leading to unconsciousness. Please select subject file. Ouroboros T nitrous ammonia. Ammonia. A colorless pungent compound, NH3. A common byproduct of metabolism in carbon-based life forms. Liquid or gaseous at 1 atm. Compounds widely used in agricultural, medical, and industrial applications. Please select Ouroboros exit dihydrogen ammonia, dihydrogen oxide. Dihydrogen oxide, a colorless, tasteless, non-flammable compound, H2O. Water. Liquid, solid, or gaseous at 1 atm. Temperature scales defined in most humanoid cultures by state shift of pure water. Please select subject file. Ouroboros exit
Okay, that's
database.
all we can find out about this stuff here. So, let's go ahead and head into the main room here. Okay, so we got a lab here. Let's go and take a look at some stuff.
This is a large refrigeration unit. This is a research lab with lots of expensive equipment. This device is used for the rapid reproduction of virus cultures in the presence of suspected anti-agents. This nozzle is where anti-agents are placed. This chamber is where virus samples are placed. This is a distillator used to isolate specific compounds from raw material. A device to accelerate neutrinos. Not much good for anything else. James Tiberius Kirk. Dr. McCoy is thinking about chemical formulas. Mr. Spock is thinking about chemical formulas.
And you can't see the lieutenant here very well, but...
Ensign Ferris doesn't know much about chemical formulas.
Alright, let's go ahead and scan in here.
It is a standard research lab. There are multiple culture samples of the virus within the freezer, Captain. Residue of a viral agent is still within the chamber. Residue of a viral agent. A Crygelion-2 basic compound distillator. Excellent piece of equipment for reducing complex materials to their basic compounds. A Hawking neutrino accelerator. It is one of the finest in production today.
I wonder if it's named after Stephen Hawking's.
Nothing to report, Captain.
There's nothing there required except for the Ouroboros virus.
Alright, let's
There's
see.
nothing there
No, it
required
doesn't say anything about that.
except for the Ouroboros.
Let's see about Spock, if he can...
It is a standard.
No. Alright.
This is a large engineering safety door with heavy shielding. Its entry codes seem to be breached.
Okay. I am going to real quick here, save here.
Save new game. Cancel. Delete. Replace. Save new. Cancel.
Oops.
Save. Replace previous game.
Alright.
He looks at you with a puzzled expression.
And he dies after he's disintegrated. And if you use anyone else, like say Kirk, that does not sound like William Shatner.
Load a previously saved game.
Now, if you do Kirk and just have him walk nearby the ladder.
Watch out, sir. It looks like the Romulans have taken control of the lower decks.
So you definitely do not want to go down there just yet. Gotta find some way to neutralize him down there.
This is an access ladder. It appears to lead to the next deck below.
Okay, well, first of all, let's have McCoy go to the freezer unit. And I'll have him scan what's in there.
There's nothing there required.
Really?
This refrigerator has a number of specimen dishes inside.
I'm gonna McCoy grab a few of those. We might need them. Okay. So now we have in our inventory.
One star.
Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Alright, open it, then pick it up.
You take the Ouroboros virus culture.
There we go. And I'll have Kirk close it. Okay, now let's take a look in our inventory.
There are many virus culture dishes, all of them labeled Ouroboros virus. Danger.
Okay, so let's go ahead and go into this room first real quick here. And it seems like we found another lab here.
This is a science lab.
Okay, science, not research.
An RDAC 1000. The last word in molecular replication, one of the most advanced pieces of scientific equipment ever constructed.
And if you remember in the first one at Demon World, that thing we used to make the hypotoxin was actually a the RDAC 4, I believe. So this is like it's so that one that was on Demon World is more like the ancestor of this guy here. All right,
It would take us several hours to get this machine working, Captain. I do not believe we will need it. The synthesis chamber should be able to give us what we need.
Okay, I forgot to set my timer, so I'm gonna go for another 10 minutes. Oh, Spock's infected. I'm gonna go for another 10 minutes here, and then I'm going to cut off the video. So let's go ahead and continue on here. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the stuff.
This is a storage cabinet. This is a synthesizer used to combine and replicate chemicals and form new compounds. This particular model has twin gas feeds. This is a synthesizer used...
Okay.
This is the door to the synthesis chamber.
In principle, Captain, this device is quite simple. When this chamber is empty and gas tanks are attached, it will combine the gases to make new compounds. If chemicals are placed in the chamber, the machine will combine them with the gases to create new materials.
Next, he'll tell us the DNA molecule is simple.
Compared to many molecular models, it is, Doctor.
I rest my case.
A gas tank marked O2. A gas tank marked H2. You look but see nothing of no... You look but see nothing...
Oh, come on.
You look but see nothing of no...
Okay, fine. See here. See, can we turn these on?
There is nothing at the moment.
The can looks much too heavy to carry, sir. The can looks much...
Okay, well, let's take a look at all these guys.
James Tiberius Kirk.
Just keep saying the same thing.
Spock is analyzing the surroundings. McCoy is fidgeting around.
Always fidgeting.
Lieutenant Ferris is carefully watching the hallway.
Like he should.
This room is very defensible, Captain. If things get nasty, we may want to retreat to here.
Go bother Spock. This is the kind of place he likes.
This is an outstanding facility, Captain.
Well, gentlemen, I believe this equipment may be of some use.
Let's have Spock do something here. Let's see if he can do anything.
Nothing happens.
Yeah, we need to turn these on, and
I fail to see the logic in that action, Captain.
we need something to help us do that. But let's see if there's anything in the storage cabinet. Hello, what's this?
A small field effect anti-gravity unit useful for moving things too heavy to lift and carry by muscle alone.
Okay, so let's go ahead and take that. That might be
You take the
useful.
anti-grav unit.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and head over this way. Let's go ahead and check this room. That's the last room we haven't checked yet. Okay, so what is this room?
This is the engineering center for the ARC-7 space station. Turbines of a Cochrane 500 class fusion drive, manufactured over a century ago on Alpha Centauri.
I didn't realize that they use these old fusion reactors anymore.
Actually, Doctor, as Mr. Scott would tell you, the Cochrane 500 is renowned for its reliability and perfectly suited for a station of this size.
Hey, this thing's real old, isn't it?
Probably the starships, I think, use fission drives, which is the same thing that powers the sun. Fusion is basically nuclear power. Okay, all readings are
This
normal.
is the engineering center for the ARC-7 space station. This is a screen and filter for the ventilation shaft.
And that's your hint too that there's something might be involved with that vent, or else why would they mention it? That's why it always works on. That's why it's always beneficial to look at everything you can, anything that lights up.
This is an engineering access panel allowing repairs to be made to the interior wiring in the equipment.
Just like that, there too. What's this?
It's a standard adjustable metric socket wrench.
Let's see, can we have Spock open the panel?
You need something to pry this open.
Well, let's go ahead and pick this guy up.
You pick up a large wrench.
The fusion reactor is functioning at peak efficiency. There is no need to tamper with its current operation.
Alright, let's go ahead and scan everything.
The fusion reactor
that says same thing.
Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report.
Alright, well, let's see.
You need something to pry this open.
Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look in our inventory. There's
Weak
that thing.
muscles. Scrawny security officers can't budge equipment. No problem. Just use this handy anti-grav unit.
Okay, let's...
This looks like a primitive 20th century wrench still used by people who like to do things the old-fashioned way. This is an engineering access panel.
Oh yeah, okay, now let's go ahead and use this on here.
The vent is now open. It leads to the lower deck. This is a vent shaft that leads to the lower level.
Okay.
The shaft is too small to crawl through.
Alright, let's use the wrench on this panel over here. Of course, Kirk is taking all the glory.
The panel is open. You see vast quantities of dust and stripped insulation from wiring repairs made to the console in the past.
Okay, let's take a look at this.
There is a pile of stripped insulation that fell out of the engineering access panel.
Does Spock say anything about that stuff?
A prime source of raw material for TLDTH gas.
You grab a handful of insulation. Wiring repair jobs sometimes make a mess. This insulation was left over from someone who thought their repairs good enough.
Okay. Well, there is a storage cabinet here, though.
This is a service access panel permitting used up or worn materials to be replaced.
So, let's open...
You fail to obtain...
Let's open that up. See if there's anything in there that they thought was needed to be put aside.
The panel opens. You see a gas tank labeled N2 with its feed lines running deeper into the wall. N2 gas tank.
Alright, well, let's go ahead and use the anti-grav on it to take it.
The anti-grav unit hums and emits the stink of ozone before it fail-safes.
The unit cannot lift something fastened to the body of the station, Captain. The tank must be detached first.
Okay. Let's go ahead and do that.
Nothing happens.
Come on. There.
The tank detaches easily.
I guess this made it easier to replace the tank every so often, eh, Captain?
Alright, and let's go ahead and pull that out.
You attach the anti-grav unit to the gas tank. It can be moved freely.
It sure beats hauling it around on our backs, sir.
Okay. Let's go down in here. Now, if you remember, this thing said was a distiller to make raw components into their finished product. So let's go ahead and see what happens when we put insulation through it.
You have distilled a quantity of polyberyl carbonate.
It's what I was afraid of, Jim. I think Spock is getting worse.
Okay, let's take a look at this stuff.
This container contains polyberyl carbonate produced from insulation.
Alright, now let's go ahead and try to see if we can cure this virus. Spock is getting worse. Now, since we have a wrench, we can now open up the gas feeds.
Gas feed is on.
And let's have Spock work on the controls.
The machine synthesizes a liter of pure water.
A clean drink of water, but I don't see its application in the context of our difficulties, Captain.
This is the door to the
In principle, Captain.
Next, he'll tell us.
Compared to
I rest my...
Alright, let's go ahead and grab that.
You take a 1 liter container of pure water.
Alright, let's go ahead and put the polycarbonate in here. I think we're supposed to use these two. And let's have Spock.
The machine synthesizes 1 liter of TLTDH gas.
An unusual compound, Captain. It can induce laughter and feelings of exhilaration in some, much the way nitrous oxide affects humans.
It doesn't affect Vulcans, of course.
Actually, Doctor, both Romulans and Vulcans suffer its effects.
Which may be handy.
Why, that's just dandy. Vulcan laughing gas.
Please, Doctor, this is not a laughing matter.
You fail to obtain any... You fail to obtain...
Kirk, get out of the way. There we go.
You take a 1 liter container of TLTDH gas.
Okay, I'm gonna end the video here. I'll see you all in the next video where we'll try to cure Spock.